This is a longer video, so I will be putting timestamps down in the description. If you want to skip stories and go straight to freeze drying or want to know certain things, I will put a timestamp series in the description. I'm Katrina, this is Tare, and today we are prepping peaches for the freeze dryer. I am going to make a peach powder. Now, when you're canning, when people can peaches, they generally peel them. If you're dehydrating, it doesn't matter. If you are freeze drying, it doesn't matter. The skins of fruits generally have a lot of fiber in them, so because I don't mind the taste of the skins, I am going to put everything in except for the pit. If you don't like the taste of the skins, you feel free to peel them. However, it's so much faster if you don't. If you do want to peel the peach skins off of the peaches, you just put it in boiling water for like 30 seconds and it slips right off. Some peaches actually peel pretty well too, so that's something to keep in mind. Now these peaches are small this year because I did not prune and I did not thin. So they are actually still pretty dang good, so this is how I'm preserving them. I have no idea how many pounds this is, but it's a big basket. It's huge. I don't know how big a bushel is. Is this a bushel? Somebody tell me. Anyway, so I have this set up. I'm going to be rinsing them. Put it in one side of the sink and rinse it, and then I'm going to be cutting out the bad pieces. Now, I already have some bad peaches here. I'm going to cut out any bad spots and also put the pit on here. The worms will love this. So the worms will get there. And the flesh I'm going to put right into a blender. I've done this two ways. I have done it in a blender and I have done it in a bowl. So if you use the bowl method, then you're going to use a stick blender, an immersion blender. That works great. And then if you want to use a blender, you can use a blender. Right now, because I'm going to be pouring them onto freeze dryer trays and putting them in the freeze dryer, that will pour better than pouring it out of a bowl. So I'm basically skipping a step by putting it in a pitcher, basically, something that's pourable. So that is the plan, and I don't know how well I'll be able to film this because the sink is over here and it's not really in a place that you can film well, but we're gonna try. Well, maybe this is the shot we're going with. I gotta get my knife. So I'm going to run cold water, and this does have a setting to make it kind of like a little shower, and so I am going to do that, and then maybe I should do it over here. I'll do it over here. We're going to splash stuff that's drying. That's okay, it can dry overnight. This is quite late. It is not 7:58, the power went out today. It's 10:30 or 10:40, something like that. I have not reset the clock. I actually don't know when the power went out. I was working from home all day and I looked up and apparently the clock was flashing, so it went out at some point, but I was apparently not needing the internet at that point. So there you go. Anyway, cold water, and then this just turns to get the cold water from a stream. There we go. From a stream to a shower. So we do have some birds that are having fun with the peaches. So that is what this is about. You know, I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I am going to do it over here. This is smarter, guys. Work smarter, not harder, huh? I'm going to put my peach thing in this side so I can just cut it in and then put it in. There we go. There's my plan. Alright. So the stems are coming out and they're going in the, again, there's a plate in the sink. These should be able to put in half, twist, and come off. And then what I do is just cut this again, twist it again, and these have a little pit that's pretty easy to get out. Now, The worms are not going to eat the pits. They will eat all the way around it, and they will do good things. And whenever I have questionable peach, I always smell it. If it smells good, it's good. If it doesn't smell good, you can try cutting out bad parts, but always smell what you think is a good part before you put it in with the rest of the things. Yes, I know this water is going, and I should probably not be wasting water, but I don't waste water in general, so it'll be okay. It'll be okay. That one stuck a little bit. We'll find one that's a little cleaner. That one wasn't quite ripe when I picked it. You see how messy that is? So again, this looks a little bit less ripe over here than it does here. So we might have the same kind of thing happening, but cut off the bad part first. Looks like the bad part extends. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. That is a Freestone peach right there. But you can see how the ripeness affects it. This is the same exact variety I just did. And the ripeness definitely affects that. I'm cutting, you guys see how there's this line here? It's kind of indented there. I'm cutting on that line. If you cut on that line, that's going to be the best way. So you can just twist it, open it up, and there you go. This one has a couple bad spots, so we're just going to cut those out. It's not even all that bad. For what we're doing, it probably would be fine to leave it. And then I just take my nail, my thumbnail, take it to the point, and pull it up. It rained yesterday for like 3 minutes. It never rains in the summer here. We are not in the rainy season right now. And by like 3 months. So yeah, we're having some weird weather here. Oh, that might. I did pick these last night. I have not picked a whole lot off this tree. A lot of it the birds have gotten to, and quite frankly, some of them have been, I think I'm gonna turn that off. Some of them have just been falling because they just ripen a lot at the same time, or because the birds do. Let me just rinse a few of them here. Or because the birds end up pecking them, and then they, you know, rot or get fruit flies in them, and then they go to the bottom. So that's what's been my struggle this year. But last night, so there's, let me back up. There is a possum that I know that frequents the yard. He gets little snacks every once in a while, but generally it's not too annoying. So I generally just let him be. And last night though, I was out feeding the rabbits and about to harvest these peaches. Again, I work full-time, so a lot of this stuff happens at night. And I heard at least one raccoon, and it was already in the peach tree. Well, raccoons are taking over the peach tree. I don't know how many. I do hear one out there though. I picked all the bottom ones here. Just gonna have this on in case I get a shot of them. Fill out my basket. And a bunch of them are up high. So I keep hearing an animal. And I'm gonna guess it's a raccoon, but I don't know that I've heard that sound before. It's like a ree-ree. Do you hear that? That's what it is. Ran onto the over the chickens and then actually on top of the garage. So they have very heavy footfall on top of the garage. I was in it, and so that's not fun. Okay, these are brave raccoons. I heard them on the roof. I just heard them jump on the chicken coop. They're eating rabbits, so let's see what happens. And little mister, you're no help. Did you even hear them? Yeah? You're not concerned? Alright, where'd they go? I know, bunnies. I know. They still on top? Where are you guys? Pretty sure it's a raccoon. It walks really, really heavy. Hi, mister. Are you concerned at all about whatever's walking up there? There's peaches down here. I'm sure it's what it wants. That's what I was trying to avoid. Hi. Are you just waiting for me? Silly boy. Alright, let's go back in and get some food for the chickens. Several years ago, there were 3 sibling raccoons, I'm pretty sure, young ones, that were terrorizing the yard. It was when the peaches came ripe, and I had a raccoon chasing stick that exactly what it sounds like. I would wake up when I hear them, grab the stick, which is right outside the bedroom door, and run after them. I saved some peaches. They got a lot. All right, buddy. No, you're not allowed in here. No, mister, you're not allowed in here, remember? All right, let's go back to the chickens. I'm going this way. Which way are you going? That's where that goes. And that's where the chickens get it from. And good night, chickies! Good night! Come out. And the chickens, when they heard me throwing peaches in, because it was nighttime, it was dark, but they heard me throwing peaches in, they got out of bed, because the light was on the camera. They got out of bed to come and gorge themselves on peaches. They love peaches so much. There's a bunch of fallen peaches in here in front of the chickens, so I'm just going to throw those in because they will have a grand old time, and it's better to feed them to them, to the possums, and apparently maybe raccoons. And they will love it. They love their peaches. Oh! Are you coming out now? Honey, honey, it's not daylight yet. It's not daylight yet. I know I have a light. You guys really must love peaches. Alright, well, they think it's morning. You guys must really want your peaches. Huh. Alright. Well, we can give you your peaches then. Just don't get in the way, because I'm just going to throw them in, sweeties. You guys are funny. You think it's daylight, huh? I'm going to give them more then. I know, you guys love your peaches. They're so yummy, huh? I say that only give your birds like 10% or something like that treats, but you know what? When we have a glut, we have a glut, and this is what they get. Alright, especially if we're gonna try and deter some raccoons. All right, I'll get them more in the morning. You girls gonna go to bed? The sun's gonna go down again. Girls, the sun is going down again. They think it's morning. Ladies, come on. Go to bed. Well, I'll check on them. If they don't go to bed, that's fine. Good night. Let's feed the rest of these bunnies. I did not plan on making a video tonight, but that is okay. I don't know if the raccoons have gone away or not. I don't hear them anymore, so hopefully. Yeah? Say that again. You chase them away? I don't think you would. I think you'd be like, hey, let me in the house. Let me in the house. There's raccoons outside. That's what I think you would do. Although he has fought other cats, I think. Yeah? Okay. Several years ago, there were 3 young raccoons, and they frequented the yard all summer, and it was super annoying. Kind of funny, but super annoying. And I actually had a raccoon chasing stick. So it's actually still outside the bedroom. The raccoons would come by, all 3 of them, they're juveniles, and they would come by and be super just like destructive. Like they would play in the pond. And that is why the horsetail is no longer where it used to be. They pushed it off the shelf that's there onto the bottom. So what you guys see as the horsetail there is now 4 feet deeper than it used to be. Well, probably 3.5. And so that is, that's their doing. And they were eating, I think that was when the nectar peaches were ripe. I think they actually did do when these were ripe too. I think it was all throughout the peach season. And I would chase them multiple times a night. I would wake up because I hear them out there and I'd chase them away. And like, seriously guys, go away. And it was just one summer. So I don't know what happened to them. I know I did see them, like if I went out walking at night in the neighborhood, I did see them about a block away. I'm assuming it's the same 3 rascals. But I don't know what happened to him after that. So anyway, there's at least 1 out there, and probably more than 1 based on kind of the footsteps that I heard. And so that is a very sad thing because they're gonna get some peaches. At the same time, there's plenty of peaches to share on this tree because they're dropping like crazy. The chickens have been loving them. In fact, I'm gonna put some footage in this if I haven't already. Because last night I did actually go in and get my camera, and you girls are still awake. 2 of you are perched. 1 of you like peaches. All right, you guys gonna go to bed? Maybe? Or maybe you're gonna eat more peaches? Silly girls. All right. Well, you do you. You guys are secure for the night. So anyway, I guess my point is sharing with wildlife is okay up to a point, and then it gets very frustrating. So I'm moderating my reactions with this one because I really wanted peaches this year, guys. I really wanted to preserve a lot of peaches and do a lot of things, and I know I don't have a lot of time right now, but I did want to get my peach season in. And this one is almost done. Luckily, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a break between these peaches and the nectar peaches, so hopefully the raccoons will move on during that time. I don't know if they will or not, but hopefully they do. And if they do, that will be good. Because then I'll get to do this with the nectar peaches, which is really good because you can just reconstitute it as juice. So what can you do with what I'm doing? I am making a peach powder, which is going to have the fiber in it as well because it has the skins. And when you make a fruit powder, you can use it for anything you want. You can use it for a topping, you can put it on top of, you know, yogurt or ice cream, you can put it in ice cream. You can use it in a lot of different ways. you can reconstitute it and make, you know, juice, a juice consistency to make jelly. You can make jello. You can make a lot of different things. Peach sauce, peach syrup. You can even rehydrate and mix with like apple or something to make a peach roll-up, fruit roll-up. I anticipate this being, and I just started doing this last year, but I anticipate this being a very versatile way to use a fruit and a very fast way to go through and process fruit. So while the freeze dryer takes a long time to do, the input of your time is not great, and not a great amount. And so since you don't have to input a whole lot of time, it'll run, you know, and you can process fruit at the same time. So like you can say do a load of peaches in the freeze dryer, and while that's going, you can can some, you know, so you can do multiple things at once. You can, and you can be making fruit roll-ups while you do that. So I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do when you have these different preservation techniques available to you. So anyway, yeah, this is what I'm doing. So they are pretty small. Here's a really small one. And again, there's that pit in there, and I just make one door cut, turn, and for at least the desert golden, it's a pretty freestone pit, so like that's what it comes out as. There's a little bit of flesh, not a whole lot. If it's less ripe, it won't have that freeness. It will be a little bit more stuck onto the pit. So that's something to think about too when you're picking fruit to process. Is you know, how is it? Is it fresh? Is it ready to pick, or is it early? Because if it's early, it might be a little bit more difficult to get off of the pit. So anyway, I'm going to continue with this because I have my work cut out for me. Just with the time I've been talking, I've done that much. So yeah, I'll come back. Alright, let's get this blended. My blender base lives out by the freeze dryer, so we're going out there. Alright, let's blend it. It's okay if it still has little pieces because we're going to blend it after and it'll be good. Smells wonderful. Let's pour it on. See how much this fits. I don't remember what this is. This is like about 7.5 cups, so it should fit all in one. I probably should be pouring this in the freezer. Okay, so that is in the freezer. I really need to get like a, you know, those plant waters that has a long stem or long trunk on it, little elephants or whatever. I feel like that's what I need to get. So this should fit 2 quarts of liquid in the large tray, and this is going to be less than 2 quarts because it's not quite 8 cups. 8 cups is 2 quarts. But it can get tricky the more liquid it is. So this is good that this is thick. And I want to put the dividers in there while it is not solid yet. Okay, these are what the dividers look like. They're not dividers. The, what are they called? Stackers. These actually just came out of the dishwasher. Nice and clean. Not anymore. Alright, I'm going to carry this other one over. It is very full. Probably more full than it should be for this exercise. Much easier with this thicker liquid than with a full liquid, but still a little drippy, it looks like. Whoops. Pretty pretty good. We'll see if these even fit in. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, they're good. They're good. But this is maxed out. This is a little more than 8 cups. So it like was past the 8 cup line. All right, we have our 4 trays in there. I had one that was a little more than 8 cups. The 2 that were about 7.5 cups, and the last one's about 6 cups. All right, here's my worm bin. I haven't actually fed these guys in a while because they've had some good stuff, so hopefully they're doing good. There they are. All right, look at this. Here's something fun. There's something growing in here. What is that? You guys see that? Something growing in there? I'm gonna leave it because I don't have time to take care of something new right now. But you could dig that up and use it in your garden or your greenhouse. So here's the waste. This is all the pits and the bad parts, etc. And so I just lay that down. If I was going to save that plant, I would not have put this in there first. Now I'm going to put a layer of shredded paper on top. And because quite a bit of moisture in these peaches, I'm going to spread it out, put more paper in there. And we can add paper, like I'll look tomorrow, see if it's soaked up more, and I can add more paper. But for now, we're gonna put this away. And the worms are gonna be underneath this layer, because I cleaned that one out. Here's our peach puree. Pull up the corner here. You can see it is crispy. Alright, almost a whole tray. I use the plunger when I'm doing powders so I make sure I get everything down there. Sometimes it doesn't catch things. See how in the bottom. Since I'm adding more, I can wait to do the rest. Now I am going to bag these per tray just because I feel that's an amount that you can make, or you can make that, put the rest back in, seal it up for, you know, a little bit, and then make the second batch. So this will be by tray, which means it's about 8 cups. Okay, so this says 8 cups. That is what it goes down to, guys. So tiny. 8 cups of peach powder right there. And to clean the blender, I added a little bit of water and some ice, and now I have a nice ice cold peach drink. Yep, that's good. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you are able to make fruit powders because they are awesome. Thank you for watching. Hit the like if you liked it, share it along, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And most importantly, have a wonderful day. All right, guys, that was our basket for our peaches, and look how much space we save. So awesome.